Hello everybody, welcome back to C&S Corvettes in beautiful sunny Sarasota, Florida. It is your Corvette buddy Lyle here to talk to you about more interesting, exciting, and hopefully helpful Corvette stuff. Today we're going to review something that we've been dealing with for 30 years, but there are always questions when we sell these kits, and I'm going to go through the headlight motors for the 88 to 96, the 97 to 99, and the 2000 to 2004 Corvettes today. The various repair kits for them, what they are, how they work, and the little bits of knowledge you may need to get it done successfully. Before we get started, guys, if you appreciate what we do here, click the like button. If you haven't subscribed, please do. Those are the only things that help us build the channel. There's nothing else we can do other than continue to put out content. It is on my audience to go ahead and help us grow. Thank you. Okay guys, first up today we have the 88 to 96 headlight motor. Right hand and left hand, they both use the same kit and they're both rebuilt in the same way. For the sake of brevity, I'm not going to go through the entire process of removing this from the car. We're just going to deal with the actual rebuild of the headlight motor itself. So, first things first, you take out the 3 screws in the cover and you remove the cover. This exposes the gear. You then, from the backside, push on this axle to get the entire assembly out. You're not listening. To get the entire assembly out. Come on. Okay. Once you have this assembly out, you're going to remove the plastic gear. Oh, excellent. This is a great teaching moment. So you can see the crumbled remains of the 3 pellets in here. This is part of what we're going to replace. The other thing we're going to replace is the gear itself, because you're in here already, why not replace it? But before we do that, we need to check something else. And this is the part people often don't know or forget. You need to put this in a vise, and you need to put a screwdriver through this hole and see if you can rotate this shaft in this housing. If this shaft rotates in this housing, no matter how many fresh gear sets or pellets you put in your motor, your headlight isn't going to work correctly. This can be fixed by, if this rotates, you're going to need to drill a hole here and put a set screw into it to hold this in place. If it is solid, no problem, move ahead. So this is our rebuild kit. As you can see, it consists of a brand new gear and 3 brand new pellets. Doing this is fairly simple. Inside this, you will note that there is basically a triangular shape and spaces for 3 pellets. You will place said pellets in those 3 spaces, like such. You will then take your tested and verified assembly and put that in place, like so. It is now together. You will then insert this back into the motor, like so. Now, under the cover here, there's always a thin, micro-thin washer. That needs to go right here before you put the cover back on. Once that's done, you put the cover back on, like so. Can only go on one way. Put your 3 screws back in, and you now have a rebuilt motor. A lot of people will ask, how much lubricant should I put on the gear assembly? If you have like red assembly lube or something like that, just with your finger putting it around the edge of the gear is fine. It isn't technically necessary because this type of plastic, which is largely Delrin, provides a lot of its own lubrication. If you want to put a little bit of sweep of lube on it, no problem. You do not need to drown it, and you don't want to put lube inside the gear where the pellets live. That's it for the 88 to 96. Moving on, this is a 97 to 99 headlight motor. It is very similar, yet different, than a 1988 to 96 headlight motor. Again, you will remove the 3 screws from the cover. You will take that cover off, and depending on which side it is, the assembly may come off with the cover. So we're going to set the motor aside. We're going to remove the shaft and gear assembly from the motor. Now, cover, shaft and gear assembly. You will notice you have, again, a very thin washer and a bit of a plastic spacer. Those come off and get set aside. You then remove the gear from the shaft. Now, you'll notice that unlike the 88 to 96 that used a bunch of plastic pellets inside, this just has basically a rubber insert, which you can pop out of here, and I'll show you that in a second. There we go. Rubber insert that locks into the plastic gear. If you look closely, you can see the holes, the 4 holes where the 4 fingers of this go in are enlarged. So this was getting ready to go. How do you know when this has gone bad? Well, the nearest example is when you close your headlight, you'll hear "Brrr," and that is this gear running past where it should be because there's too much slop in this, or there has been a groove worn into your gearing because you've let it go too long, making that sound. So to rebuild, process is pretty simple. Now, just as we were getting the package for the rebuild kit open, I noticed that this rubber piece from the old one is already failing. It's already broken apart and it's cracked. This one was ready to go, so our timing on this is good. And just so we're all on the same page, we are not rebuilding the electric motor part of the headlight motor. All we are rebuilding here is the headlight motor drive assembly. That goes for all 3 of these motors. So rebuild process on this is pretty simple. You have your new gear with your new rubber. You're going to insert this in here, make sure that the fingers sink all the way into the corresponding 4 openings. You're going to put back on your little plastic spacer, like so. You're going to put back on your ultra thin washers, however many they are, sometimes 1, sometimes 2. You're going to put them back on. Now, we're going to put it back into the motor. There's a spacer on the other side of that as well. So we're going to put that here on the back side. So spacer, spacer, and then washers on this side. We're going to set this back in like such. It is now reinstalled. With your kit, you get a new gasket. So you'll set the motor aside for a second, and you will remove the rubber gasket that was on here, pitch it, and lay that new cork gasket in place. And then you will replace the cover here, and insert your 3 screws back in. The drive assembly on this 97 to 99 headlight motor is now rebuilt. And lastly, we move on to the 2000 to 2004 headlight motor. Now, you can tell that this one already is a very different design than the C4 late motor and the C5 early motor, mainly because the shape and size of the electric motor has changed, and the drive assembly housing on this is plastic, not steel or aluminum. This one requires a different approach. This lid is glued on to the housing. So what you have to do is, with a razor blade, go around everywhere you can reach and cut into it. Once you cut into it as far as you can, there is one place on this motor that is really good to get a tiny flat screwdriver in to start prying it up, and that is right here. Using this as a fulcrum point, get to pinning your screwdriver in there, and then start popping this lid off. Once the lid is off, you set it aside. As you can see, the drive assembly is very, very similar to the 97 to 99, featuring the rubber locking ring inside. So we're going to pop this out like so. We're going to set the motor down. There is no spacer here, none. You're going to just pop the gear off along with the rubber insides. This can't rotate, so you don't have to test it like you did on the C4. So now you're going to open up your rebuild kit. The rebuild kit consists of a new plastic gear, a new rubber locking insert that goes into that gear, like so. And then you have 3 other pieces. You have a custom-made steel T-brace. You have a white thin nylon washer, and you have a stepped gray plastic washer. Pay attention, this is important. The steps to putting this motor back together. You're going to insert the drive assembly into your new gear and lock the 4 tabs on it into the rubber to where it's nice and flush, just like this. Then we're now ready to install our drive gear and drive shaft back into the motor. We take it out just as we had it in there. Now, the cover is going to go back on, but there is no glue on the planet that we have ever found that will hold this in place once it is put back on the motor. This is where we find so many times that people who don't buy the kit that includes the T-brace, everything starts to fall apart, because when this goes on and they glue it, 2 weeks later, you're right back at that shop because this will pop off, this will not be held in place, and your headlight motor won't work. So you take, before the cap goes on, you've got your white thin washer. That goes over the shaft. That's the last thing that goes on before the cover goes back on. Now the cover goes back on. It can only go on one way, so there's no confusion there. Once that is on, you are ready to reassemble this motor. To do that, you're going to use the custom-made T-brace that we've got. Before we install the T-brace, we need to put in our stepped gray washer. It snaps directly into the biggest hole here in the center of the T. We'll snap that in. I can't see because I'm not wearing my glasses. There we go. So you'll notice one side is pretty much flush. The other side has a little bit of a lip on it. The flush side is the side that goes against your motor. The 3 holes here correspond with the 3 holes on the gear housing that your bolts are going to go through. So this goes on like such. And now when you bolt this motor into your headlight assembly, this T-brace will hold this on forever. It won't leak, it won't fall apart, and you will have a fully rebuilt headlight motor. As a note, there are right hand and left hand of this, so you're going to have, this will be flipped on the other side. You'll see as you take it apart, you're just going to put it back together as you took it apart. We're just going through general reassembly here. That is the key to the 2000 to 2004 headlight motor. Now, we've been selling these parts for years, and I decided to make this video today to address some of the common questions I get when people go to do their rebuilds. I would also like to address the one other question that I get more frequently than any other when it comes to C4 and C5 headlight motors. Should I use the brass gears that are offered in the aftermarket? Here's why I don't sell brass gears. That plastic gear is the most fragile part of that headlight motor assembly. If there is any occlusion or anything that stops your headlight from working in the middle of its function, a wire harness is out of place, whatever, and that gets stuck, if you use the brass gear, that brass gear will survive everything, but it will destroy your headlight motor. Your headlight motor is not inexpensive. The plastic gear was put in there by GM to be the sacrificial lamb in this system, so that if there ever was an occlusion or an interruption of that movement, that inexpensive plastic gear would get destroyed and be easily replaced while the motor remains safe and healthy. So I know that the brass gears exist. I know they last forever, and I know I would make more money on them than I do on these. But because of our years and years of experience with this, I promise you, please use the plastic gears because it's the cheapest insurance for your headlight motors you can buy. Any questions about this or any comments you have, please put them down below. Again, all of these parts are readily available on our website. Tony has put links to them in the under the video here. So if you need any of these parts, we certainly have them. Hopefully this clears up some of the misconceptions and difficulties included in doing your own headlight motor rebuilds. We'll be talking more about C5 headlights and C4 headlights in the future with some more details about different things, but this was the main meat of the discussion I wanted to get into today. If you guys have other ideas for headlight questions, put them in there. If it's something I can help with, I certainly will. Thanks for watching. We'll see you soon.